On April 2, 1982, Argentine troops arrived on the Falkland Islands, held by Britain, leading to a 72-day war, resulting in 900 casualties and material losses on both sides. The conflict's aftermath has driven Argentina's defense bias towards Chinese or Russian arms, posing foreign policy challenges for the country. Argentina seeks to replace its aging Mirage 3, but the British government has persistently lobbied all Western nations to reject the request. So the country-head Fernandez-Kirchner administration has turned to Russian MiG-35s and Chinese-designed F-16s. However, the Argentinian armed forces have concerns about the quality of Chinese military technology. Given the historical context and ongoing territorial dispute, the UK have concerns about Argentina acquiring advanced fighter jets, as it could be seen as a potential threat to its interests in the region. In recent years, Argentina has explored various options to obtain fighter aircraft, but its efforts to purchase planes from Western countries, like Swedish Gripens from Brazil in 2015 and Korean FA-50s in 2021, were vetoed by the UK due to British components in those aircraft designs. Argentina also expressed interest in the made-in-India Tejas fighter aircraft for the Argentine Air Force. However, the Tejas also contains British components, including a radome from Cobham Limited and tyres from Scottish brand Dunlop. And one of the most critical components that HAL will need to replace is the Martin Baker's ejection seat. However, a British defense news site emphasized preventing Argentina from buying Chinese or other non-Western fighter jets. It claimed that Western powers are motivated to stop the sales of advanced weapons to countries outside their influence. The article suggested easing the arms embargo to allow US F-16 sales to Argentina. The British Ministry of Defense is familiar with the F-16, making it easier for the Royal Air Force to counter if necessary. However, the F-17, a Chinese fighter Argentina is considering, is unknown to Western air forces, making it harder to fight. The US wants India to be a strategic partner to balance the power of China. At the same time, the US keeps giving Pakistan military aid to help it fight terrorism and keep things from getting even worse. It quietly gives Pakistan high-tech military weapons that are overkill for fighting terrorists, but are great for fighting India. India has given proof to United States that weapons like the BGM-71 anti-tank guided missiles that were originally given to Pakistan to fight the Taliban are now being used against the Indian army. Moreover, the CIS-MOA was signed for 15 years in October 2005 by the Joint Staff Headquarters of Pakistan and the US Department of Defense. The agreement was supposed to end in 2020, but both sides have now agreed to keep it going. This deal will make it easy for Pakistan to buy weapons from the US. This is quite comparable to what the United States is currently doing with the UK in the name of countering China. However, it is quite unfair to compare Argentina to Pakistan, because Argentina is not like Pakistan, that pursues terrorism as a state policy. Also, Argentina has a government that works, while Pakistan often has military rule, and has never had a prime minister finish his or her term. This situation can be termed as double-dealing of the US foreign policy. Contradictory actions, such as providing support or weapons to both a close ally and their adversaries, and undermining trust in the alliance. In 2021, Argentina's defense ministry aimed to acquire a dozen cutting-edge fighter jets with $664 million. But now the United States is in a hurry to finalize a fighter jet agreement with Argentina, and raced to offer a fleet of battle-tested F-16s to outshine China and India's bids. Additionally, the Argentine Defense Forum has undertaken an assessment of suggestions concerning the F-16 and the Chinese F-17 Thunder Block fighter jets. The F-16 is considered a more powerful aircraft, but choosing it would require investments in upgrading airport infrastructure. Another noteworthy aspect to emphasize is that the F-16 exhibits greater dimensions and incurs higher costs when compared to the LCA-Tejas and JF-17. However, it remains uncertain whether India has put out a proposition to substitute British components in their proposal. Amidst its efforts to forge stronger bonds with fellow developing nations, Argentina faces a complex dilemma, standing at a crucial crossroads in selecting its fighter jets from either China or the United States. The country has been actively cultivating closer ties with China and India, and is even among those aspiring for BRICS membership. China has become South America's primary trading partner, and Argentina, along with other Latin American countries, has procured significant military equipment from Beijing. India, on the other hand, is also fostering flourishing relations with Argentina, being its fourth largest trading partner. They upgraded their relations to a strategic partnership in 2019, and signed a MOU on defense cooperation. And both China and India support Argentina at the UN Special Committee on Decolonization regarding the sovereignty of the Malvinas Islands, a dispute opposed by the UK. Historically, Argentina and the United States have had periods of strained relations, and most notably, in 1982, tensions escalated between the two nations, when the United States extended its support to the United Kingdom, in a territorial dispute with Argentina. According to a recent report, the US has reportedly exerted pressure on Argentina to opt for Danish F-16s instead of Chinese or Indian fighter jets. The US is close to authorizing the sale of 24 F-16 fighter jets to Argentina, aiming to become the leading arms supplier since the Malvinas or Falkland War. Given the evolving geopolitical landscape in Latin America, with revisionist illiberal powers gaining influence, the Biden administration, in response to these developments, has been seeking to strengthen its foothold and engagement in Latin America. The sale of fighter jets to Argentina is seen as part of this broader strategy. The United States has justified concerns about the sale, given the presence and growing influence of China and Russia in Latin America. Both countries have been actively engaging in the region through economic investments, trade deals, and military cooperation. And one of the issues that have drawn attention is the existence of a Chinese secret space base in Patagonia, and President Fernandez's remarks welcoming Russian influence in Latin America have added complexity to the situation, as it may raise questions about Argentina's alignment as a non-NATO ally and partnership choices.